my face and all they do.
So, Frienn, what are we sitting on today?
Here I am, just
Hey, Frienn. Welcome to the Hey Frienn podcast. This is my friend Paulnisha.
This is my friend Ty'Nesha, and this is where Get Real. So, Frienn, what are we sipping on today?
So today we have a French 75. This is gin, champagne, simple syrup, and lemon juice.
Cheers. Cheers to our first podcast. I think it's definitely refreshing. I love the champagne feel to it. It tastes like a lemon drop, and it's definitely on the sweeter side. So, yes.
It's like the lemon drops, the bougie cousin, like with the champagne. So,
Yeah,
but
so-
I like it.
I'm definitely going to give the French 75, right? The French 75 is like 9 out of 10, for sure.
I'm going to also give it like a 9.5 because, man, it's sweet.
You like it like
It's sweet, but it's got that little tang to it, like a lemon drop.
I think you like it because it's woody.
Well, you might be on this up.
All right, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about the meaning of friendship. How exciting.
Exciting. So, what does friendship mean to you?
I feel like friendship, you always got to have someone. It's someone that you count on. It's a dependable. Friendship is someone that listens to you, that understands you, your safe space. Friendship is definitely something that is sacred and is very important. So, yeah, that's what friendship means to me. What about you?
So, for me, friendship is not something I take lightly because if we friends, like through thick and thin, no matter what. Because at that point too, like, especially depending on how long you've been friends with someone, that person is no longer a friend, they like family.
Yeah.
So if you're like family, that's it. Like
For sure.
there is no like really breaking up for the most part. But I wouldn't consider you. It's like when you have a family member, it's like, nah, dang, they did something that I didn't like, or, that was real messed up. But at the end of the day, that's still your family.
Yeah.
So you're still going to come back.
Friendship is definitely an unbreakable bond. I feel like it's so important because it's with your friends that you make like not a lot of your memories comes from your friendships. So it's definitely important to have good, healthy friendships. So yeah,
I think for me, it's like I said, where your friends become family. Not only that, friendship is like you said, understanding, because if we don't really have no understanding, we're not gonna get too far.
Yeah.
Like, I need for you to understand that I got a life, you got a life. We may not talk every day, but when we get together, we together, and we gonna chop it up like as if we were to talk every day. And you don't feel no type of way that I'm not able to talk to you every day, or if you're not able to talk to me every day, or even if I call you and you got a lot going on in the background, I'm like, all right, I see you a little busy, but I don't take it personal when that happens.
it should be refreshing. I feel like it should be like, all right, I need to be out with my friend. I need a drink.
Yeah.
Like until you get to that spot with that person and where you can be like, okay, this is where I come to unwind. This is where I come to let loose. This is where I could be my 100% self. Yeah. Like, that's a friend.
Like,
this is a friend.
It's a safe space. Like, I know you're not judging me off of whatever decisions that I make or have made. So it's more so like, we there for each other. Like, I got your back, you got my back.
Yeah.
If you call me at 12 o'clock at night, I'm going to roll over. I might be a little upset at first, but I'm going to roll over and I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to make sure you're okay.
I think, like, what really, like, put the icing on the cake for our friendship was, like, that's my ride or die.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell you, all right, let's go to the trampoline place. You be down.
We going.
Let's go on a trip. You be down. Like, I feel like that's what really was, like, it solidified that, our friendship for me. I was like, girl, she be down for anything. Like, we out. Let's go.
Right.
So that's what friendship means to me, for sure. For sure. So that like brings me back to like, how did we meet? You remember?
Yes, we were in class and we were in college and we had a class where we had to do like a team project, and it was there was a girl that I had went to middle school with and you went to high school with, so she was kind of like the mutual friend in that instance, and we were just talking and I was like, oh, hey, what's your name? She was like, oh, my name is Paulnisha. And I was like, what? Your name Paulnisha? I was like, girl, my name's Paulnisha. That's crazy. And then we just started talking some more, and like we worked at basically the same job. Like I worked at Universal Studios and you worked at Islands of Adventure.
You remember.
I remember. Like,
hey, what I had on?
I don't know that. Like I remember, and then it was like we were so similar, but like different at the same time, because it was like
we realized that our mom did hair.
Both our moms were beautician. Yeah,
it was just so many similarities.
We had our cars were the same.
We had the same car.
It was just a year different.
Yeah,
we're a year apart from each other.
Exactly.
I think our cars were. I had a '97
and I had a '98.
Yeah, and then mine was silver. And yours was champagne. So it was just like,
it was so much. And then I think the first outing, was it the Trey Songz concert at Universal?
Yes, it was a Trey Songz concert.
Yeah, so we were working, like, Universal was having like a Trey Songz concert. I was like, you want to go? And she was like, yeah, let's go. And then we went out, we had a blast that night. And ever since then, it's just been cool.
Yeah.
So that was really, really good. Thank you for letting us go. Me and my friend together.
Right. Because after that, it was like,
we called each other twins after that. We were twins.
Because there's just no way.
Yeah, everything was no way. It was like to our dads, to our mom,
right?
To like what we do on a day to day, the same job.
We went to opposite high school,
and
then or rival high schools rather.
Actually,
and then also I was in color guard, and she was in color.
Oh my God, yes.
So it was like, girl, it's like we've crossed paths so many times, most likely, and just never really knew each other. Yeah. So but it was just like, this is crazy.
So I would say that was 2011.
Yeah.
How many years we been playing?
It's 2024. A long time. A long time. But yeah, it's been a minute, and it's been good. I don't have no
ever got into a conflict before.
Like I said, we may have like had disagreements and right, and I'm sure I do. And I mean, you get on mine, so I do it sometimes. Yeah. Yesterday. I called you and I'm like, okay, we got a meeting at 2:00. And you're like, AM?
No, what me AM?
You said PM.
I didn't know what time it was. When you called me, it was 3. So I was
no, it was not. It was not 3:00. Well, let me rewind. I talked to you earlier that day and I told you we got a meeting at 2.
But then you called me, you was like, I'm at the mall. Like, we gonna have the meeting while you was at the mall?
Even when I called you at 2:00, your phone was dead.
It was.
Yeah. So then when I called you back, it was 3:00.
Okay. That's understandable.
Okay.
Whatever. I guess.
I'm just saying. That's all.
Well, that's good. That's good. So at what moment did we realize, like, we were besties?
I want to say that time we went to Gainesville for Juve.
Jesus. Can we go? You want to talk about that?
Yeah. I don't want to detail. It was just like, oh, you want to go to this paint party in Gainesville? And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, let's go. And we bought tickets and
we all went. It was so like last minute.
I
think I even had to work the next day.
You did. And I got a speeding ticket.
Because she was trying to get
her home.
And I'm sleeping in the back seat and she was speeding. She got a speeding ticket on the way back to Orlando.
I got points on my license for you.
I love you. And I went to work with paint in my hair. Okay, I don't regret it. It was fun.
Yeah, I don't either. It was a great time.
That one is definitely one for the book.
That was definitely. I was like,
It's the fact that we didn't know what we were getting into.
we had absolutely no clue what Juve was. Had never been to a paint party a day in our lives, and
that was just like something in the movie.
it was just spirit. It was just spirit of the moment, and we went. We had a great time.
Y'all, like the party was like in the middle of the woods. Like they sprayed us down, gave us
off.
chicken.
And they didn't try to get through. Like they gave us some chicken and some grilled chicken that they had, and some jungle juice. And all I know,
And the next thing you know, I don't even remember.
there was paint everywhere. The ground went from sand to mud.
And the thing is, we came cute, y'all. We came with like a bandeau top, our high-waisted shorts,
And I look cute like
everybody had on like Sophie shorts and
a white beater.
And we was looking all like, and then they had shower caps on. It was like,
Shower caps.
we did not know what to expect. And then we left, we was like, oh. I think I lost a shoe.
We both lost a shoe.
Well, we came back with no shoe.
Came back with no shoe.
It's the fact that we took a bus in the middle of nowhere.
That's
like
right.
you take a school bus to the middle of nowhere, and then I'm thinking about it. We didn't know where we were going. Know where I was at.
I don't know.
Maybe we got lost.
I don't think my mama knew either.
They just left Orlando.
We just drove to Gainesville. They put us on a bus. We know what was happening. We was low-key scared. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But
We get scared of the
it's like, where are they taking
I think we have like before and after pictures. Yeah, we'll post it for y'all.
Yeah.
I think we have like before and after pictures.
I gotta go back to my Android to find that.
It's in my archive. Instagram. So yeah, for sure. That was definitely a good time.
Well, what was the time for you that solidified that we were best friends?
For me, that was Juve was definitely like one for the books, but I feel like maybe a Miami trip.
Ooh,
I don't know. It was the first one I got.
I think it was
it had to be like the first one.
The first Miami trip.
Yeah, was that after Juve?
It was.
Yeah. I think like Juve, I knew, but then I think like Miami was like, so I can do this.
Yeah.
Like we need to do this every month. Like it was so good. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is our thing. It was at one point like Miami spring break is our thing. Like we not missing a Miami spring break trip. Like that's what it was, and it was like
Just to be lit on the beach
yeah
all day.
and we lived for that.
Like
Spring break. So yeah, that for sure. Because I just feel like I have never. Well, I had a couple of friendships, but I feel like I was like my 100% self when we were together. Like there was no hiding it. It was like, all right, I want to do it. Let's ride. And that's what it was. And then those like Rick Ross concerts in the car was good. And
Pretty Ricky concert.
yeah, and understanding like you don't play about your food. You know, I got to know you a little bit more, and
I'm glad you know.
that was crazy. And they work on that. You're doing better. You are, girl.
I didn't get hangry today.
You did. Did eat today.
And I didn't.
And we'll see how long that lasts, guys.
About another hour.
Yeah, for sure. Like I feel like those Miami trips were definitely like
Yeah.
one of the best times for me. And it was like, oh, that's my little bestie, my twin. So yeah. So what's the difference between like a bestie and like a friend for you?
I think for me, a friend is like, it's a cool person. We might hang out, we might chill. It's a very surface level friendship, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But a best friend, like, girl, you got my secrets. Like, you know stuff don't nobody else know, and can't nobody else know. I'm taking it you better take it to the ground.
I feel like once something happened, and you gotta call your friend, I'm like, wait till I get all this. Wait till I get in the car. I like that's definitely when you notice like, okay, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
Because I
feel like I gotta run. I gotta run in the car.
Right. Yeah. So, like, you like running to tell somebody. I think that's definitely like a bestie because there's some friends like you could talk to here and there, or maybe go to brunch here and there.
Right.
But that really, yeah, I think like when you have to tell that person what's going on.
Yeah.
Or like you can't do something without this person.
Right. It's like, hold on, let me see. Let me call her and see what she think about this.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? Am I crazy? Like,
that's my line.
That's definitely on my line.
You know, that's my line.
Am I crazy?
Am I crazy?
Like, is he really tripping or is it me? Is it me?
So yeah, I think like if you have to do the little cute checkup calls, then
Yeah.
that's when you know like that's gonna ride or die.
Right.
What do you think about having like multiple best friends?
Multiple. I feel like
You
it's
have
possible.
multiple best friends?
I feel like it's possible
It is.
because sometimes you may have may have a best friend that you recently met, or you may have a best friend that's like that's been your childhood best friend.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you have best friends that from different parts of your life. So like, yeah, you may have a childhood best friend and y'all are cool, but you also have another best friend that's, maybe you met later on in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes some of your friends too, they may not see you past a certain point.
Yeah.
Like if you've had a childhood friend, they may not see you past like
Your
that childhood.
Yeah, that's so true. Like there's definitely friends that come into your life in different points of your life. And you can't have multiple best friends. I think it just takes like good balance comes with that.
Right.
Boundaries comes with that. And yeah, I think that's it. Just boundaries and balance.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like spending so much time with one friend and the other friend like, well, dang, I ain't seen you in however long, but
Yeah.
you been out with such. I see your story. You been out with such and such.
But you do this. I don't do this. You separate your friends. I don't like to put your friend groups together.
I feel like because I've had so many different friend groups. Like I normally have different friend groups. Like you said, I have like childhood friends. I have friends that, I've met later on in life. And sometimes I don't feel like they may click or they may mesh as well. Just because I'm the connecting piece doesn't necessarily mean that they will get along. And also I like quality time. So like, and I don't want to be having a conversation about something that happened in Miami with another friend that was not there in Miami and can't relate or whatever, where we got a whole bunch of inside, jokes and conversations that only me and you know, but the other person may not know. I feel like sometimes the other person can feel like a third wheel. Yeah. So I don't want to make that other person feel awkward. And like I said, I like quality time. Yeah. So because I like quality time, I don't want to have to like be that middleman all the time.
I feel like for
the
me,
bridge.
I always feel like I can't leave somebody out. I think that's like the mistake I made. Like I'm like, well, if we go out, I don't want to leave such and such out, so I should invite such and such too. And I'm like, well, I might as well, if I'm gonna go out, I might as well get everybody in. Yeah. But not knowing that not everybody mesh well together. Everybody has different personalities, and it might just not be the best thing to do. I feel like it works sometimes, like birthdays, dinners, you can definitely bring all your friend groups together. But I feel like if you're going out and everybody kind of acts differently, I don't know. But yeah.
I definitely feel like they can come together.
At some point, I feel like they have to.
They do. I think I just have some different experiences where they had come together and it didn't work out so well. So that's another reason why I'm like, I should probably just kind of separate it. And then also too, it's like I get this experience with this person and I get this experience with another person. And sometimes they may not like the same thing. Like if I say like, if me and you, I'm like, hey, let's go take a trip somewhere. You're going to be down. I have other friends that don't necessarily care to travel that much. Or, if I say, oh, let's go out tonight, I got other friends that don't go out. So I feel like you got different friends for different things. Stuff. Yeah.
And what do you think about like initiating outings? Because I feel like sometimes when you're out with a certain friend a lot, it's because that other friend initiates the actual outing. And like, if we haven't been out a lot, I'm like, dang, talking about every other day, like, no invite.
I feel like for me, because if it like, it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
If it's like a birthday, I wouldn't invite someone to your birthday dinner or to your birthday party because it's your birthday. Like, that person is your but I don't need, but it's,
I don't even know that person.
Exactly. And I feel like when birthdays and stuff like that, it's more of an intimate thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily, like, if you bought some strange person to my birthday that I've never met, I'm gonna be like, girl, when's this person here?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, hey, I'm not gonna be rude, but I'm also gonna be questioning you, like, if you know me,
right,
you know not to bring
like
no stranger around.
Especially not birthdays, but like if you going out,
I feel like that's, again, like, sometimes mixing the friends, and I don't know, and especially when you get alcohol involved, you know, somebody may not necessarily, like, they may not necessarily care for that person, or not even, they just may not mesh well because you added alcohol,
right?
And everybody drunk ain't sweet, like, you know,
everybody get drunk different.
Yeah, like, if you get drunk and some people go to sleep, some people get violent, so you're crazy, whatever.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like, do you feel like we had any troubles like meshing our friends groups together?
I did. I didn't have any problems with your friends, but originally when you was around a friend of mine, it just, y'all didn't mesh well.
I think it was just a misunderstanding.
That's possible, but I feel like because it was a misunderstanding, I didn't want to continue to bring y'all around each other because I felt like.
But why you admit it though?
Why didn't? Because I was just like, I just thought it wouldn't.
It wasn't.
I didn't think that it could be mended, and because y'all were never friends before. Why would, like, y'all wasn't friends without me? Y'all wouldn't even talk to each other or know each other. So why would I? Like,
I think that was hard for you though.
It was.
So you could have just like try to like,
and I did. I brought y'all to a dinner at one point, to get a birthday dinner of mine, and it still was like, I think you made a comment, and it was still like, why is this still a thing? And I'm like, well, I don't know. So I just felt like it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work.
Everybody got to be a friend anyway. So
right, I felt like it wasn't gonna work, and it didn't. Like,
yeah. As long as it wasn't hard for you to like maneuver, it kind of was, because you had to do like 2 birthday dinners.
Yeah, I would do, but then I also like celebrate my birthday. So if I had 2 dinners, it was like, okay. But I've always
bothered me a little bit.
I think so too. But for me, I've always had like friends, like separate friend groups, and I've always done separate things with those friend groups. So
I think because we were in a group though, it was just me and you, and you had a whole friend group. So when you did anything with your friend group, it was like, okay, it was like me versus them, not me versus another person.
I think because of the friend group, I was just like, because the person was in that friend group, I was just like, I'm gonna just not even, I don't want anything to happen. Yeah. So I'm just not gonna make it possible for it to even come about. Yeah. So that's like where I was. I was like,
I think like we did have a little misunderstanding there, because I feel like with me, I would invite you to everywhere, anywhere I was going, like even that Miami spring break trip, even just anywhere I was going, like even if I was going with a different friend group, I went with my work friends at that time, and I was like, I gotta take my friend Ty. But then I remember like y'all went on a trip, and I was like, she ain't really invite me, like what's the beef? But I know it was really more so just that one person in the group, that's why you invite. But I felt like I couldn't even go nowhere without you. Like if someone was like, all right, let's go to Mexico, I'm like, all right, it's me and my dog Ty, like we going there. And you was always ready to ride with me. But then when it came to you going somewhere, I felt like I didn't get an invite because you didn't want to mesh the friend groups together.
And you're right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. I didn't want to mesh the friend groups. And I feel like I said, I've just always had like separate friend groups. So you also came at a different time in my life.
I did.
You came like at a later time in my life. So at that point I was like, oh, this is and that's also probably me being a little possessive. And I'm like, that's my friend. Like, me and her do things, we do this, we do that, and that's just what it was.
Yeah, but it was no hard feelings. I think we got over it. Yeah, the outcome down. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways.
so that's like it's taking us to like when friends turn into family. Right.
So how was your experience when it was me coming in as a friend and then I turned into family? Because all your family's like, where's Ty? Where's Ty?
All right, y'all. So she got in the family group chat and I was confused.
I did not put myself in the family group chat.
Oh no, who put you in the family group chat?
Your mama.
I don't know how that happened. I was like, whoa, y'all getting too comfortable. Like, they put her in the family group chat, and I was like, oh, so she in the family group chat now? And I think we had a conversation, and I was like, I want to come to you about things that happen in my family or events. I want to be able to invite you. I didn't want them to go directly to you. It was to the point, like, at family events, they were like, hey, friend. I'm like, she's not your friend. Like, she was
dead serious.
dead serious. Oh, Dad. Like, everybody was calling you friend.
Yo, auntie. Yo, sister.
Right.
Your daughter.
I really got in my feelings, y'all. I was like, yo, stop calling my friend. We're not going to go there. But I feel like I just didn't want to lose the dynamic of our friendship.
Yeah.
And I felt like if you became family, I was losing you. Mm-hmm. I was losing that safe space for me. Mm-hmm. And it's not that you weren't already family to me. It was that like,
your family solidified it.
Yeah. Without my permission.
Exactly. That's another thing.
Right. Did y'all know I was ready for that? Like, nobody asked you like,
well,
hey, family function anyway, so just put it in a family group chat. And I was like, okay. And then I think I had a conversation with you, and you were like, what you want me to get out? Like, what you want to remove myself? You want to remove myself from the family group chat?
Ty'Nesha left the group chat.
But it wasn't even that. It was more so I felt like just past stuff, I just wanted to make sure like we always had a healthy relationship and the boundaries were set and it wasn't going to get crossed and it wasn't going to be like, okay, we're not friends no more, but I'm tight with the family, so I'm still come around even though we ain't talking. I didn't want that for us. I didn't want that for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened. I think I kind of spiraled because it's a good thing when your friends become family. Like, that's your baby auntie.
Yeah.
And we and, so it wasn't that I didn't want you to be family. It was more so I feel like I was losing you
as a friend.
And it was like, this is my friend. I met my friend by myself.
Right.
Like,
right.
This is my friend. This is my relationship. Like, I didn't want people to intrude in it so much where it lost.
Where we started to lose our connection and
our connection. Got it. So that was the emotional time for me.
Yeah.
It was. And you was like having a hard time understanding.
Because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Like,
you didn't.
I was like, well, like you said, what do you want me to remove? I offered like I can remove myself from the family group chat. I don't know how to not be family after your family has embraced me so much. Like, I don't know how to do that.
At that point, I think my husband even asked me, he was like, what do you want her to do? And I was like, just be my friend. I was like, I don't want her to get out. I just want my friend to be my friend. Like, I didn't want to share you with the whole entire family.
And I think I understood that. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm not in the family group chat posting, hey, y'all, what we doing this weekend? Like, I'm not overstepping that boundary because I know that's a boundary that you wouldn't want me to overstep. Like, hey, y'all, so, today is, Friday and we're going to go out somewhere. Like, I'm not initiating, any of, like, the family activities. Like, I'm in the group chat and I don't really say a whole lot because I also don't want to overstep the boundary. But if anybody posts whatever and I'm like, okay, I'll go there, or if they're having an event or it's, somebody's birthday, graduation, whatever the case may be, I'll go ahead and, advise them like, oh, I like it. Like, hey, I'm going. But I don't like group chats in the first place.
I think I said something a little selfish around that time. And I think it was like, I don't even go to her family events. Like, I don't even da-da-da-da-da. And you said like, my family ain't big. Like, we don't do nothing. And I felt so bad. I was like, that came from such an emotional spot. And I don't think I meant for it to come out that way. And you were like, but we don't do nothing. I go to your family stuff.
Right. My family, I have a smaller family and they don't really have like a whole lot of events and stuff. Yeah. So like when I come around your family, you got your auntie, your uncle, his kids running around everywhere. Yeah. And I like that. I like being a part of the family, but it was like, I don't really have anything to like, invite you to. If I did, like I would, but a lot of sometimes it's like further away. So it's like, dang, I can invite her, but like, is she really gonna come because it's farther out?
But I think like what really killed me was like everybody was coming into my family, and I felt like I wasn't getting the invitation to be extended to their family.
And that's why I had to explain to you that you have a big family and your family has a lot of love to give. And that's more so the reason why people gravitate to you and gravitate to your family is because they are there and they're like literally with open arms, like, hey, where's Ty? Why is Ty not here? Right. Ask it. So for me, it was more like, they were very inviting. So because they were very inviting, what am I supposed to do? Tell them like, no, Paulnisha don't want me to.
I love that for you, though. I was loving that you were having like the extra support system, getting loved on. I was loving that for you. It was just like I felt
you just felt like you wasn't getting in return
when it came to your family. But then when you explained it to me, like your family, like my sister lives here, my sister lives there. Da 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 da. I mean, I just felt like it was very selfish of me to think like, well, I'll get invited to her family stuff, da 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 da. But I think it was more so of me being
a little bratty.
I was kind of bratty.
That was kind of selfish to say she doesn't invite me to her family things.
That was selfish to say.
Yeah,
but I don't think it was bratty. What's the definition of bratty?
I don't know, but
I don't think that was bratty. Anyway. Anywho, do you think we have any differences?
We do have differences. I think it's a little hard for me to see the differences. Like, obviously, we're not the same person. Like, but I think some of the differences we may have is like, you are very like prompt. Like, I need a schedule for this. I need to do this. Every Tuesday I do this. Every Wednesday I do this. Every Thursday I do this. And I'm just kind of like, I'll get to it. Like, I'll try to get to it when I get to it.
Yeah, you're OCD though.
I am.
I think like you're very detail oriented. You're, everything needs to be.
There's one hair out of place. I'm like,
you're like, you got one strand of hair
right there
out of place.
Yeah.
You used to do this one thing, like when I like lick your lip, touch your eye, pat your head, like every 5 seconds.
First
I used to be so annoyed.
First of all, would I not be a friend if you had something on your mouth and I knew you had something?
But it's like every 5 seconds, girl, like oh, well, I'm gonna lick it off eventually.
Well, baby, you should eat better, and I wouldn't have to tell you that you got a little piece of salt.
It don't be food all the time. Stop. It don't be food all the time.
Whatever it is.
No. But you like your lip, pat your eyes.
So you want me to let you walk around with crusty lips?
No, I just think you got OCD. I just think like you see something, you gotta point it out. Y'all, when she cook, y'all, she's like measuring everything, cutting everything, slicing everything. When I cook, I'm just like throwing stuff in a pot, like. She had to have all her ingredients. Everything need to be placed right. You like be moving the little measuring cups like 6 times before you actually like use it.
Not 6 times,
girl. You be washing and moving that thing around. I'm like, girl, just cook.
Because I be in my head so much about it that I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, let me get my measuring cup out because I want to make sure it's accurate. Because I don't want to what I don't want to do is have to make it again. Like, if it's wrong and I put too much water, I put too much something, I'm not interested in doing it all over again because that's really on.
But I'm more so the person like, all right, I'm just gonna put it together and I'm gonna move on to the next step. Like, I'm ready to move on. And Ty is like, no, we're still here. Where's my measuring cup? I'm
very detail
Where's that?
oriented. So when the details, if it doesn't look good and it don't look good, like aesthetically pleasing,
it bothers
me. It bothers me. I'm like, gotta fix it.
So important to you,
huh?
Yeah, like having the perfect aesthetics. That's so important to you.
Yeah,
I'm more so like, I just want to get it done.
No, I'm just like, if it's wrong, it's wrong. If I buy something and it's incorrect or it has a blemish or it's something about it is wrong, it's going back to the store and I'm gonna go get another one.
I love virgin.
I don't think it's crazy. I think I just have an idea of what I want things to be like or look like. It's kind of an expectation.
I think I appreciate you for knowing who you are as a person. Like, not being okay that we can do different things or we can be in different places at different times.
Yeah.
We both love being alone.
Yeah.
I love my alone time.
I love.
So, and you understand that too. Like, I could call you like, girl, I just need you alone. Or I just want to listen to my jam.
Oh, I don't feel like talking.
I don't feel like talking.
And I'll be like, all right, girl.
Right. Like this morning, I was like, I'm going back to sleep. You know? And you're like, all right. So yeah, for sure. I feel like we don't have a lot of differences. We have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a good thing in a friendship.
Yeah. I feel like that's another reason why we really don't argue that much. Like, I feel like we don't argue that much because we have an understanding. Like, okay, like, you know, I'm not.
I think when I do something, you're like, all right. When you do something, you're like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
like,
it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I said what I said. You said what you said, and it is what it is. What we not gonna do is
go back and forth. Like we don't go back and forth at all.
Yeah, like
we're not going back and forth.
And we can agree to disagree. You know,
but when we get together,
it's kiki.
No, it's lethal.
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember one time we went to go decorate with Nancy. Nancy was like, y'all just be talking about the
craziest or randomest things ever.
It's so lady.
But
well, yeah,
that's what I love though. I love it because it's a good time. It's always a good time though.
Yeah. We can talk about anything.
We can talk about anything.
We talk about cranes.
We talk about cranes. We talk about aliens.
How they sleep.
Dinosaurs.
No, like we talk about everything. I think like that's the most important part of it. And like I wouldn't say we finish each other's sentences, but we definitely know how one is gonna react to a certain thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like you be like, all right, Nisha come up here, she ain't gonna like that. Right. So you be knowing stuff, and I think I like that too. I appreciate that. So yeah. You have any worries of us working together?
Yes and no. I'm gonna say no because, like I said, we don't really argue. Like I said what I said. I said what you said. We're gonna agree to disagree, and we're gonna be all right. But it's not something that I know that I feel like is a big deal. What I am afraid of, I would say, is like success and fame. You know, like just in general, like, because you know sometimes people, not to say that it will happen, but sometimes like people, they get success and fame and change. So that's what I don't want to have.
We're gonna be stressful and famous.
Yeah, but we not gonna change. But we not gonna change though. Yeah, I don't think so. But I just, you know how like you just see it like happen. Yeah. Sometimes in like the business and in the industry. Yeah. Yeah.
I like, for me, my worry is like you're very detail oriented. And sometimes I feel like I think we both have like leadership roles and stuff like that, but I love how like we bounce off of each other. Like if I'm on the phone trying to have me and the kids are crying, everybody's screaming, you're like, all right, girl, I hit you back up later. Right. Like you figure it out. But I don't want it to be stressful for you. Like we got to get this done, and I'm always having interruptions. So sometimes I'm worried about like my life interruption with what needs to get done for us together. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm not prioritizing,
or I'm doing this like alone,
or you're doing it alone.
Yeah, and I don't want you to feel like that either. Yeah. Like oh, if I'm doing something else or I have like whatever prior obligations, I don't want you to feel like I got to do this all by myself again or something like that. I want you to still, you know, I want us to be like, for it to be equal. Like, I'm not going to always be at 100, you know, to be able to like assist at 100. And I understand that you're not going to always be available or, you know, to assist at 100 either. And I think that comes to us being able to like balance each other out. Yeah.
It's just like emotions also, like this can be emotional too, because I feel like we talk about them deep topics, and it's like we just need to know like when we want to take a break or need to take a break, just respect each other's wishes, and make sure that we're being upfront. Like, I need a break, or I need this, I need that. Like, I don't want us to put this over our friendship, because that's not important. I mean, this is not important. Our friendship is way more important because we're gonna do anything,
right?
But this, you know, this is for fun,
right? Because if it gets in the way of the friendship, then the podcast gotta go.
Then it's done. But we just feel like we have like such good conversations, and we wanted to share it with the world. That's why we got podcast. Hey Frienn, hey Frienn. But other than that, there's other like success stories too. Like you can see people working together, girl groups breaking up. It's just like always ends. It just ends.
And sometimes it doesn't end on a good or a positive note. Right. So then it's like at that point it makes you a little like fearful. Like, do I really want to do that? Like, is this gonna work? But I feel like because it's what
I feel like we're always growing and evolving as people. So to think like this will never end. This is gonna end one day. It's just ending on a healthy note, you know, where we both agree. Like, okay, we're done with this, you know.
We have moved on to
other things and bigger adventures. Which is happen.
Yes.
All right, friends, this was real.
It was.
So, y'all, thank you guys for watching the Hey Frienn podcast. This is our first episode. I believe we had a great time, right, Frienn?
We sure did.
So please like, comment, and subscribe, and catch y'all in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.